Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 650 Mary Drive here in Molalla, located at the front of the home. I describe everything as if you are standing in the street facing the front of the house. So we're to the left of the front door. We're kind of between the garage and the front door here, but best landmark about 2 feet to the left of the hose bib. We've got a 3-inch ABS cleanout. We're going to insert the camera, check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water's running. You're zeroed out, and off we go. Switching over to 4-inch 3034 PVC pipe here. That little bit of kind of tan brownish stuff you see under the water line there, this is not a significant example of it, but it's an example of some grease buildup. Just wanted to point that out. It's a good thing to keep up on, good habit to build in, not putting it down your sink. Where this is at right now, it's not at a point where it needs drain cleaning, but if you aren't careful, you can build up some very thick grease buildup rather quickly. It just makes your line much more likely that blockages will occur once you get a nice thick layer of it built up in there. So anyway, we've reached the main here at about 43 feet. We're going to go locate that really quick while the line drains off. Thus far, very nice looking sewer line. Alrighty, just located the camera head. Line terminates out on Mary Drive. As the line makes its way to the road, it might get under a little bit of the kind of the top portion of the driveway, but by and large it runs out through kind of the front yard area, well to the right of the driveway. All right, a little bit, I was just noticing this as we pull back in here. There's just the in fact, that might be the tiniest offset I've ever seen in 13 years. I can still technically call it an offset. You've got like a inch wide piece of pipe there that's just, from a hyper technical standpoint, you have a little bit of an offset. I just wanted to get a good gander at that. That is doing absolutely nothing to affect functionality, and it's really nice to see that when they did this nosedive configuration is not my favorite setup. It often results in a belly at the very bottom of these transitions. They actually did a nosedive there and miraculously had no standing water at all. So that was done properly. It's an easy way to end up with a belly. Ideally, you end up with a gentle gradation all the way out, and you utilize that depth to put a nice angle on the pipe. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes they have to veer the line around a utility, and they have to nosedive it like that. So it's nice to see that was done right. And that little offset there is so minor, it's not even going on my report. There's absolutely nothing to talk about. There's no lip on it really at all. There's nothing going on. The joint's completely intact. Now, we have good flow all the way to the main lateral connection. All the pipe here is in good condition. Has good slope and grade. The grease buildup in the line is very minimal. I was just pointing that out for educational purposes in case you are a new homeowner. Let your pans cool down, wipe them out with a paper towel, pour the grease into a jar. Just don't put it down your line, and you can keep your line nice and clean. It's very helpful too when you have little kids in the house that are still learning how to fold toilet paper. That grease really likes to grab hold of balled up toilet paper that kids like to produce, so it's a good way to mitigate blockages. Sewer line is functioning properly at this time.